And the battlegrounds are set. This is the table for the epic battle between Necrons and... what are you, Grey Knights?
Grey Knights.
Grey Knights. On the Necron side, you have Overlord Imhotep, the guy with the giant scythe, being proxied. Behind him is Oricon the Diviner. In front of him is a regular Cryptek, followed by the Lord Vargard Byrorn. A unit of immortals with Tesla carbines, led by a Cryptek. Really, he's just an orc with a mask, and he believed he was a Cryptek, therefore he was. 10 warriors are riding dirty on this. It's not a Doomsday. What is it? It's a Ark. Annihilation barge and 10 Lich Guard with scythes. A Night Scythe for air support and a Stalker. 3 Destroyers for that heavy support and some Death Marks. Death Marks.
Alright, so on the side of the Grey Knights, it is 2,000 points on the dot. We've got a Dreadnought with twin-linked autocannons on each arm. We've got a squad of 5 Terminators. They are armed with halberds, 1 side cannon, 1 hammer, and 1 has falchions. And my Warlord is in the back there. It is a Librarian Mastery Level 2. Now, the things that I wrote for him were Vortex of Doom and Sanctuary. So pretty nifty. Now moving on over here, I've got a Dread Knight. Heavy Incinerator, heavy side cannon, a sword, and personal teleporters. Then I've got a squad of 10 Interceptors, 1 with a Demon Hammer. Right here, we've got the almighty Knight. He's got just a standard loadout. I didn't really equip him with anything. And then, once again, same as before. Sword, heavy side cannon, heavy incinerator. Exact same squad over here, but these guys have Kaldor Drago. So that is a small 2,000 elite force of Grey Knights. Let's see how well they do against the Necrons. Alright, so I'm pretty scared. He's got a lot of nasty stuff in his list, but I think my Grey Knights have enough psychic might to use Force and Sanctuary to protect themselves. So they should be pretty good when being fired at. Again, Force would be good in close combat, but the problem is getting there. His Necrons are known to be really shooty, so let's see if I can survive.
The armies are set. As you can see, the Necrons seem to have a battle plan of dividing. You have part of the army towards the left, and the major part of the army on the right, facing off against the Knights. Now, it seems like the Knights are scattered pretty evenly throughout the entire map, but there is more units on the opposite side of where the Necrons are. So let's see how this goes. The Warlord will be Oricon. A change of plans. Before, this was just the regular Overlord, but now he is the Warlord of the entire army. Right. Sure. Oh, and he steals initiative. The Necron player goes first. The first turn is over for the Necrons. They moved up. Well, his right side moved up, fired everything they could at this venerable, or no, what is it?
Just a regular Dreadnought.
A Dreadnought, and got it to 1 halt point, but could not destroy it. And that is it. Let's move on to Grey Knights, turn 1.
Alright, so end of turn 1 for the Grey Knights. I got a bunch of psychic powers off, but none of it really mattered. I mean, it'll matter on next turn because I got Sanctuary off on almost everything. But I only managed to kill 2 guys over here with the battle cannon of this Imperial Knight. Everything else, yeah, they did go to ground, so that's how they survived a lot. Everything else basically took pot shots, and nothing really happened. Over here, my guy suffered perils, but he became all super. So I tried taking on the Stalker, and once again, his armor 13 blocked everything. So yeah, not much damage done. I moved back with my one hull pointed Dreadnought, and let's go to top of turn 2, Necrons. End of Necron turn 2, very devastating. Over here, the Scythe came in and dropped this huge payload of a bunch of
Royal Court and Scythe Guard.
Yeah, Scythe Guard and Royal Court. Now his characters fired into here and took out 2 of my Terminators. And then I lost 2 more by firing by the Necrons inside this Ghost Ark and the Ghost Ark itself. So this super awesome squad is now whittled down. This command barge over here fired 2 shots and wrecked my Dreadnought, giving him first blood and 1 kill point. So he is up 2-0 as of right now. The Spider and the Destroyers fired into this guy, and he's got 1 wound left. Over here, his Death Marks tried to deep strike way over here, but they scattered off board, and I placed them inside that pile of ooze. But their Necrodermis resisted the ooze, and nobody took any wounds. So they fired into this unit, which they targeted, and they killed 3 guys. Now over here, they got back up from being in ground, and they took a pot shot at my Dreadnought, and nothing happened. So it is currently 2-0 Necrons onto the Grey Knights. End of turn 2 for the Grey Knights. I saw that I was getting overwhelmed over here, so I shunted my Dreadnoughts all the way over here, and I flamed and psych-handed his guys. I took out about, I want to say 3? Yeah, 3 died over here, and then I shunted my other guys as well, and they all fired into this blob of death marks. I ended up killing 1, 2, 3, 4, so not as much as I hoped to do, but it was enough, I guess. So I moved up my Imperial Knight, and he fired into the Destroyers.
Killed 2.
I killed 2, and there's 1 left. Also, I injured, or I hit this guy, but I couldn't do anything to it. Over here with Drago Squad, they moved up and took pot shots over here. Again, nothing happened. I do have Sanctuary off on my big dudes, the Dread Knights, so that's good. Now over here, as you can see, there is nothing left. I had a squad of 3 guys plus my... Oh no, it was 3 guys and my Warlord, and I knew they were going to die, so I heroically shot and charged at this blob. I did nothing. They basically... One of them died in Overwatch, and the other 2 got cut down by the overwhelming amount of attacks. So on to Necrons, turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, very dynamic turn. All his force was over there, but they teleported, they went super fast, and all his units basically went over to where I am. These guys deep struck right here with their shenanigans, and basically everything tried to fire at my knight. And as you can see, he's only got 2 hull points left. Yeah, it sucks when Necrons can glance you to death. And then these death marks shot into here, killed 1 guy. And that's pretty much all that happened. So let's see what goes on at turn 3 of the Grey Knights. Bottom of turn 3 for the Grey Knights. Horrible, horrible shooting phase. Basically, nothing happened over here. Nothing happened here. And nothing happened here. I don't think I killed anything.
You just killed close.
Oh, that was a shooting phase.
Oh.
Assault phase is where everything's shown. These guys, Drago Squad, tried to get in. They did not make it, but this Dread Knight did, and he killed the entire squad with the Crypt Deck. So that's 1 point for me, finally. These guys came over here and they tied combat. I think 2 died on each side. So that's that. And it is Necron, turn 4. That was turn 4 Necrons. My Dread Knight is no more, but I did kill his death marks in close combat. That super squad and the flyer and basically everything else fired at my Imperial Knight, he went cataclysmic. But he did,
Yeah, only this fired up.
only one thing fired then.
All this fired as this squad.
Yeah, so there's 2 guys left there, Drago and 1 more dude. Yeah, I'm gonna lose, but let's see what damage I can at least do. Bottom of turn 4, Grey Knights. So yeah, as we all know, it was a losing battle for the Grey Knights, but I decided to stick in there. I charged his destroyer over there, tied combat. Well, actually, he beat me by 1, but we stayed stuck in. And then over here, I charged into his blob of characters and awesome sauce and shenanigans. Basically, Drago got issued the challenge. He did nothing, and he took 1 wound in return by Oberon, I believe was his name. Awoken, the diviner. So my... Yeah, he was empowered, so he was whooping my butt. And then my 1 Terminator died, of course, and my Dread Knight took 3 wounds, so he was down to 1. And then he attacked, and that's when everything went downhill. And yeah, so I conceded. As you can see, it was an overwhelming Necron victory. That was a 2,000 point game. Good game.
Oh,